Hi everybody, Forerata Live here again with another Keyforge video. This time I'll be taking you through a Restriguntus Hardlock. So that's when you use Restriguntus to completely lock your opponent out of the game. This footage is taken from me playing competitively in a recent tournament, so I hope you enjoy the game and then some thoughts at the end. It's Flex Fiddler, Mark's Tidecrest, Arrowsmith. Really interesting deck. Really enjoy playing with this one. It's got a lot of great combinations in it. I particularly enjoy the Dis suite that I've got here. Double Arise, Fear. I've got a Gateway to Dis to help clear the decks. Key to Dis, Hand of Dis. There's a Dominator Bauble. And then really the key combo in this deck that can sometimes get you to victory is Ember Imp and Restriguntus. So Restriguntus to try and lock your opponent out. Ember Imp really limits the number of cards they can play. Logos, you've got some good tools in here as well with Bouncing Deathquark, Fogify. You've got a library access, couple of phase shifts, Scrambler Storm, a Twin Bolt Emission. So quite a few useful tools in there. And then this is a Horseman deck. So people were pretty excited about these when they first came out, and I really enjoy this one. Got all the Horsemen, double Terms of Redress, Inspiration, Glorious Few, Blinding Light. So again, some really good combinations there. It's a super fast deck, so 19 speed, 78 sass. You can get through this deck really quickly. Okay, so I'm up against IR 1337, Winter of Skullwick. So, Coward's Head into the fray, Gauntlet of Command, Screech One, Bang Bang, double Drummernaught, double Gang of Chieftains. So it's a Drummernaught Gang of Chieftain combo, double Professor Sutterkin, triple Panpacker Anger, Panpacker Jagger, Piranha Monkeys, Duskwitch, Key Charge, Persistence Hunting, Regrowth. So some really nice bits here. It looks like I'm going first. Interesting. I might keep that hand, and I'll get our Lord Golgotha out into play. So I'm thinking going Logos phase shifting into Horseman of War will let me use him on my next go. So that could be interesting. So we are underway in the second game. Hopefully you're seeing that alright on stream. Okay, so he's got a Duskwitch out, creatures into play ready, so I need to take it out. So I think I'm going to go Logos and it should work. So first let's get Scrambler Storm out. Then I'll phase shift. So I didn't spot the Persistence Hunting there, but I can still take him out. Take out the Duskwitch. I'll get rid of the Horseman. So both on one Ember, but at least I've dealt with his Duskwitch. Bit of a shame that Lord Golgotha there had been exhausted, otherwise I'd have had a nicer play, but cleared out quite a lot of my hand there. So happy with that. So they went with Untamed. A couple of cards came in there. Right, Sutterkin, Quantum Finger Trap, Archimedes, another Sutterkin, So how can I take these guys out? So I've got a gungus, so I can kill off one. The Sutterkins will go back into his archive, so I'll probably want to take the Archimedes out with either the gungus or the twin bolt emission. So interesting, I could put down my Horsemen of Famine and destroy Archimedes, then put those in play. What's going to put me further ahead? That would at least get rid of everything. Doesn't really net me any amber. Leaves my twin bolt emission for another turn. Let's do that. So, play this creature, take out Archimedes, and then fight into the Sutterkin, just to clear them out, without them going into his archive. So, not made much progress that turn, but overall dealt with a big threat. If he'd got those Sutterkins rolling, I'm in big trouble. He'd have been drawing at least 3. If he got more Logos creatures out, even more. Okay, so I picked up a hand of Dis. Sort of keen to... It's a bit early to try and get the Restriguntus into play, but he had 4 Logos cards out last turn. Drummernaught. Okay, let's see what comes down next. Bingle bang bang. Foozle. Okay, let's just see how things are looking. Yeah, I'm definitely having some problems here with my camera, so apologies for that. Okay, so that's caused me a few problems. I think it might be a good turn to go Dis. See if I can force him into some kind of at least disruption. Stop him using his Brobnar. Yeah, let's go Dis. Get rid of the Bingle Bang Bang. These Drummernauts are causing me problems. Let's gongoozle. It's Gang of Chieftain. Okay, discards Katsai Research. Not much risk of me getting to 8 amber anytime soon. Get the Dominator Bauble out. And play the Guntus. And I'm not going to let you play Brobnar. And let's see. I mean, the Guntus is pretty much going to get wrecked next turn. But that's kind of fine. That's okay. Let's see what he puts out. So can't play Brobnar. What's going to help me next turn? Still got that twin bolter mission, so it'd be handy to get rid of the Ganger Chieftain if possible. Igor comes into play. So it's another tricky game. I'm up against a strong deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5 Logos in there. It's discarding Untamed. I kind of feel like he's probably got a load of Untamed in there. He's gone with Logos though. 5 in the discard, 2 on the table. Just moving me around and then destroying everything. Okay. Probably just going to get my Logos out. It's not doing me much good at the moment. I'm on 2 amber. Get rid of Igor. Fogify. Gonna meet Archivist. In turn. Right. So I've got 3 Sanctum creatures in the archive, in discard rather, and Restriguntus. So Rise handy for getting Restriguntus back. Let's just see what he does. So he's going Untamed. So we played 3 Untamed cards. I've got a Shula. It's just whether I kind of try and wipe the board and arise my Guntus back. Pamgaea. It's got 3 of those. I might just put some Sanctum in. I think I'm hoping I'm going to draw a bit more useful stuff. So let's go Sanctum. Play that creature down. I'll stun. All is Untamed. And end my turn. Okay. So this is a bit more like it with the Restriguntus. Getting the Ember Imp in play so they can only play 2 cards can cause quite a lot of problems. Let's see what he goes with this turn. If I get a good feel for what he's got in his deck. So it's going Untamed again. Clears the stuns. Regrowth to put Ganger Chieftain back in their hand. So they played 1 card. see what they're up to. Right, so what did they do there? Regrowth, then Nature's Call, then put them back down. This didn't play much out of his hand. So I'm sort of tempted here to Gateway to Dis, Shula and Arise my Guntus. So I go Dis. First up, Dominator Bauble, Reap. Play the Gateway. Play the Shula to steal one. Play the Ember Imp. Play Arise to get all my Disc creatures back, which is just the Restriguntus. So Restriguntus, your opponent cannot choose that house. So I'm going to stop him playing Brobnar. I don't think he's got much Untamed in his hand now. I'm going to prevent them playing Brobnar and see where we get to. So I only draw up to 5, but I'm in 7 amber. So he's going Logos. Titan Mechanic moves a few things down round. Sort of tempted just to Reap and then put can't quite get into check again, but he's not close, so I'll go Dis, Reap, 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 and I'll send the Titan Mechanic back to his hand, just because I want to keep these 2 creatures in play as long as possible. Nothing. And 10. I'll keep that Arise, because if he clears off my deck, yeah, drawing into some nice Sanctum cards here. So my options with the Arise, I can either pick up those Sanctum creatures, have a big Sanctum turn. I'm really kind of hoping to pull off the lock. I'm just going to go again. Reap. Reap. Because if he can't break this Guntus lock, I think he's cycling the odd cards, but unless he picks up something nasty and Untamed that's going to clear things, I am gaining a big advantage here. So 3 to 8 amber. He's having to go Logos each turn. I know he's got the Titan Guardian in his hand. Neutron Shark, okay, there we go. He's lost his key charge. Okay, but I'm on 2 keys, he's on 5 amber. I mean, it's a bit mean. But I think I'll Arise. He's definitely got a load of Brobnar in hand. Once he gets into check, I'm going to hit him with these terms of redress, so let's end the turn. So I'm on 3 amber, he's on no keys. He's conceded the game. So the guntus lock worked, so that's brilliant. Okay, so this guy, hey, I apologised. But he said, hey, I'm running spammy gang drama combo, so... Okay, so just checking on challenge, showing my win. So that's a pretty dominating win to 0 keys, and I guess that is the real power of this deck. Getting that guntus lock off, I was quite surprised how effective it was. He obviously couldn't cycle through to get anything to kill it. He did manage to take out my Restriguntus and Ember Imp, but I had another arise, so that was pretty nasty play by me. Put them straight back in play, and at that point he conceded hard locked out. So I guess he'd drawn a load of Brobnar into hand. I had a feeling he was trying to build up for another Gangernaut combo set of plays. He'd brought the Ganger Chieftain through the regrowth back into his deck, so it looked like he was lining up for that, not cycling many cards on each turn with the Untamed. So it was worth playing. Normally I'd prefer to see Restriguntus and the Ember Imp coming up kind of on the second key a bit later in the game, generally finding that that's more effective in terms of getting into that lock position that people have tried to build up key cards in their hands, and you can get it into play then and do quite a bit of damage, but obviously proved very effective.